The Venus Project's plan for smart cities is to incorporate a circular design, with the central hub housing the core of the cybernated system that controls resource management, educational and healthcare facilities, and communications networks. Radiating out from there in all directions are concentric rings of buildings housing office space, institutions, and research laboratories. Surrounding that is a green belt providing recreation and parks, then a residential belt with prefabricated homes that are nestled amongst ponds and lush gardens designed so that no building would be visible to any other building, giving you the feeling of living in the middle of nature. From there we find a band of apartment buildings and high-rises, again made from pre-formulated modular pieces that also contain entertainment venues, theaters, and restaurants. Then an agricultural belt that grows all the food for the city along with hydroponic, aquaponic, and aeroponic facilities. A circular waterway surrounds the agricultural belt for irrigation, and last but not least, a second recreation belt with paths for walking and biking, golf courses, and outdoor activities. Transportation is handled by a fleet of autonomous vehicles that everybody shares, so car ownership isn't a thing. All personal needs are provided, so shopping isn't a thing. And all utilities are monitored and controlled by a supercomputer, so utility bills aren't a thing. By constructing modular buildings in a radial pattern, you systemize construction so that it uses as few resources as possible. And by planning a city in a radial pattern, all you have to do is perfect the building of one section of that city and then just repeat that 7 times. Because all the streets are circular, it's impossible to get lost because you'll always wind up where you started. All the resources that don't get used are recycled and turned into other things. All buildings have solar collectors on them that store energy and battery-powered solutions as well. And the cities would be capped at a certain number of residents to avoid resource depletion, and if more people wanted to move there, they would just create a second city and go radially out from there. The purpose of the first circular cities would be to test, refine, and perfect the resource-based economy, but eventually the idea is to spread this throughout the entire world. A global system that ensures that everybody has all the resources they need, which means an end to war, an end to poverty, an end to exploitative business practices, just the entire human population focused singularly on its advancement as a species.